and welcome to the Spur Call Podcast. I am your host, Julian Mazar, sitting across the table, Jimmy Walsh, breaking down the Cowboys Week 5 matchup against the New York Flippin' Giants. Yeah. It's a good football day, though. We get to watch the Bears later tonight, play the Buccaneers, obviously.
Short week.
Yes, very short week. So, we're going to break down the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. Reference Little Giants, the movie. Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah, Little Giants.
Yeah, it's pretty much that matchup. So obviously, big standout in this game is it's going to be the homecoming for Jason Garrett, current offensive coordinator of the Giants, future head coach of the New York Giants. Just wait till that happens, because it's going to happen.
Why did I think he was the head coach?
No, he's not. Joe Judge is, who was the Patriots special team coordinator the last couple years.
That's even worse that he's the offensive coordinator because the offense is just like straight bad.
Oh, very bad. He's calling the plays, yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, they lost Saquon Barkley as well, the best player on their offense. And if there's anything that's going to work in a Jason Garrett offense, it's going to be if you have a good running back, it's going to.
Yeah, but Panthers ain't making no excuses. You know what I'm saying? C-Mac went down, and they still guys is picking up the load.
You know what's funny?
Huh?
Giants fans wanted Panthers head coach to be their head coach so bad.
Really?
Yeah. What's his name? Judge?
Giants is.
Matt Rule.
Yeah, I'm not good with remembering coaches.
Matt Rule is his name. So obviously that's the big standout in this game. Jason Garrett was the head coach for
a while.
11 years. I think he took over in 2008. Obviously, he was known as the 8-8 King for us.
I remember right before he became the head coach.
Yeah.
That's like right when I started watching football.
I don't want to hate him too much. I honestly loved him as a human being.
He won Coach of the Year like not long ago.
No. Yeah.
2016?
Yeah, the year that obviously Tony Romo got hurt. Like, you get your fourth-round quarterback ready to play and win Offensive Rookie of the Year. We got 13-3 that year. Like, I've honestly learned a lot. Like, a lot of my cliche sayings that I use in my personal life actually come from Jason Garrett, and I swear to God, just because I used to watch. He has a lot of lectures and stuff that he would do at colleges and stuff like that. He went to Princeton. He's a really smart dude. He would honestly be a better life coach than football coach, or a better sports counselor, sports psychologist than a sports coach.
Interesting.
Yes. Because I always said with him, and I don't want to spend too much time on him, he was great Monday through Saturday. He was fantastic. Sunday, that's where it was a net negative for our football team.
Yeah. You want to jump into the injury reports?
Yeah. So we don't have an updated one, but I kind of have an idea of what it's looking like.
Yeah.
So this is only on Wednesday, and obviously today's Thursday.
It could be worse.
Dorrance Armstrong didn't practice. Tyron Crawford didn't practice. Trevon Diggs, he's full participant. DeMarcus Lawrence, full. Joe Looney and Tyron Smith are the ones to look for.
Yeah.
I don't think Joe Looney's going to play. I think Biotish will play at center because Joe Looney obviously got hurt. Yeah.
That's fine.
But Tyron Smith, apparently he has so last week was his first game back. Apparently he had a setback in the game. He got hurt and he played the whole game. But as of today on Thursday, Mark McCarthy said he didn't practice today. I know that for sure. And Mike McCarthy said at this time last week he was better off than he has been this week. So he might be out this game. It could be.
He probably should be. He's better if you don't want to get worse.
Yeah, exactly. And if there's a week to do it, it's this week because
edge rushers ain't.
No, they're not fantastic.
No.
And I think Chandler Jones comes to town the next week. So.
Oh yeah, in that case for sure.
Yeah.
Safe.
And now that I think about it, we have 3 home games in a row, so that's interesting. So yes, Tyron Smith. It's not too bad in our front, but Tyron Smith, I mean, that's huge. Obviously we've seen Brandon Knight and Terrence Steele both play tackle this year at the same time. So I'm used to. I know what that is at least.
Yeah.
Which wasn't
funny.
great. But
on your website, real quick, when I'm looking at the injury reports, you have a whole, the top little separate part for cheerleaders. You can just.
Oh yeah. Oh dude. Well, trust me. The Cowboys had the biggest.
I know. I just.
I
Think it's
guarantee
funny.
you, the Cowboys put more money into their cheerleading
The
squad
Bears
than
don't
any
even-
other team.
The Bears don't even have cheerleaders.
Yeah.
And I just think it's funny. Like I'm looking up here,
Yeah.
tickets, team, and then just cheerleaders.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys cheerleading Twitter had 20,000 followers.
Probably more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's be honest.
And I just keep trying to refresh it to see if I can get an update. But maybe by the end of the pod, we'll have something.
Yeah, I'm sure
For
Twitter might have a little
for the
something.
people. So getting to the Giants. So there's not a ton of names. O'Shea Zimenez did not practice. I think they start him at outside or edge, I guess, because they run a 3-4. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's a Sam. So he didn't practice on Wednesday. The other three guys, Jabril Peppers, he was limited on Wednesday. I expect him to play. Kyler Fackrell, not too familiar with him.
He's an edge rusher.
Oh, okay. He was limited, and Adrian Colbert, he was limited as well. Not a ton going on the injury report.
No. Besides Barkles.
Yeah, of course. Well, he's done ski.
Barkle's done.
He's done ski. So yeah, let's go ahead and we'll just jump right into the matchups. As we always do.
What are we going to start with? This is start Giants offense.
Well, I almost want to start with
the best for last.
I want to start with the Cowboys offense,
Okay.
just because we were just talking about those tackles.
Right.
So, yes, I hope that Tyron Smith plays in this game. I mean, you never not want Tyron Smith to play.
Right.
But I don't know. The way it's sounding, it looks like he probably won't play. And that might be the smart move, honestly, like we talked about.
Yeah.
Just because the competition on this week isn't as intense as it's going to be and how it has been. So let's say Brandon Knight, Terrence Steele start. They'll be working against, let's see, Lorenzo Carter, who they shuffle in as a pass rusher.
He's probably the best pass rusher.
Yes. Obviously, I think he's the most athletic and
he's
talented out of
He's just one of the most talented linebackers in general.
Yes.
Or not talented, athletic.
Yes. I talked about O'Shea Zimenez.
And Marcus Golden.
Oh, wow. I forget that they still have him.
I think they have the depth chart on the website. It's a little mixed up because I'm sure Marcus Golden is playing quite a bit.
Okay. I say whenever y'all played the Giants, who was rushing? Lorenzo Carter got a sack, right?
Yeah. Just a little speed rush.
You see Golden rushing from the other side, Dread Boy?
I mean, I didn't notice much, but he definitely played. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So probably a rotation of those three.
Because I'm not even familiar with O'Shea and Zimenez.
Well, he was a rookie last year. Pretty athletic dude. He kind of reminds me of Josh Sweat, not
that athletic.
not Montez Sweat, but
Josh Sweat ran 4'5". He's 6'5".
yeah, not as athletic, but I mean similar type of player, just
He's
kind
big,
of a
though?
yeah. I think so. At least let's go and double check on that.
I'm not even-
He's 6'3", but
I'm not familiar with Devontae Downs either. I
yeah.
guess
Definitely though, the strong suit for them is their interior defensive line.
yeah. Just because we talked about them going up against the Bears 2 weeks ago, so we are pretty familiar with just
Yeah.
what kind of players they have.
So our interior consists of Connor Williams. This week's probably going to be Tyler Biotis and Zach Martin. Connor Williams, I have not liked what I've seen this year, and I was hoping he would have a sort of a bounce back here. It's weird, man. He put on at least 20 pounds, 25 pounds, and he doesn't seem like he's that much stronger than what he was before. I don't know exactly what that is.
Baby fat.
He's still a really young player too, but I honestly think his best position still is probably tackle, because that's what he was in college. He had shorter arms, so he got moved to guard. But literally, whenever he was preparing in the draft, he was preparing at tackle. So he literally dropped his weight because he thought he was going to play tackle. We drafted him to play guard. Really struggled his rookie year, being light. Gained weight. Was okay last year, and then this year hasn't been great. Biotis, I liked what I saw from him in his first game. I'm going to be interested to see how he does against these defense tackles.
Yeah.
And Zach Martin, you know what you're getting there.
Are you familiar at all? I mean, we don't need to really do any searching, but with like the stats for the D line of the Giants? Like, how are they doing? So I know like we have a general consensus of how all three of them are, but
Yeah.
have they actually been like
Who
wrecking
are
it?
those? Who are those three boys, by the way?
Dexter Lawrence, Dalvin Tomlinson, and Leonard Williams. I've heard good things from Leonard Williams. The other two have been consistent. I'm just curious to see if like any of them have actually been wrecking it top tier or just kind of doing their thing. I mean,
Dexter Lawrence got a sack so far, and then we look at Leonard Williams real quick.
yeah, I like Dexter Lawrence a lot.
Yes,
But against us, I mean,
Leonard Williams has 2 sacks.
yeah, Leonard Williams stood out the most, but there wasn't like they really didn't.
Yeah, so.
You know?
Give a little context. Like I know we talked about Leonard Williams whenever y'all played the Giants.
Let's keep Martin at guard.
Yeah.
Don't move him to tackle this game.
Yeah. Definitely. Like we need to
Yeah.
prioritize the interior more so.
For sure.
Dexter Lawrence, he was a first-round pick out of Clemson last year. I really like him. The thing that they have is size. Like
yeah, they're all huge.
Like Dalvin Tomlinson's been a really good run stopper since he got drafted. Dexter Lawrence is huge. Leonard Williams a big guy.
Yeah.
Lorenzo Carter's huge, obviously too. I mean,
yeah, he's like 6'6".
and they even have like dudes like B.J. Hill, who
Austin Johnson's.
I loved
huge.
Austin Johnson coming out of the draft. Out of Penn State, I believe, right? Let's see.
Yeah, Penn State. Ever since it's just been.
There's
rough
always
for
these
Penn
defensive
State.
tackles in the draft that I fall in love with. That like always just end up being like Austin Billings and
Andrew Billings. It's
Andrew
hard.
Billings,
though.
yeah.
It's hard predicting like a mid, not like a first. Obviously,
I remember Robert Kindici.
Robert Kimdichi, I loved him, dude, coming out so much. Remember is he starting?
Remember Malik McDowell?
Is he wow, dude, I literally have not thought about Malik McDowell.
Yeah, I bet he's on that team.
You know what's crazy is that Seahawks signed Snacks.
For real?
Yeah,
Like for sure.
the practice squad. So just
They signed in the practice squad. They're probably gonna promote him up.
Yeah, you do that with every player. Because he hasn't played. He didn't even play last year. Like, you want him to get a little acclimated. Like, we signed Lamar Miller to our practice squad. And then next week he'll probably be activated.
Dang, I don't, and that happened yesterday. I'm surprised I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, it wasn't really the kind of one.
Damn.
Swept under the rug.
Come on, Cowboys.
Cowboys Bears, man. What?
Yeah. Hey, man, we need it more.
We brought him in, though.
We need it more.
We brought him in for a meeting. The little.
To move on to their linebackers, Blake Martinez is actually the 5th graded linebacker this year by
when
PFF.
Is he not, though? He always just plays well.
Yeah, I guess he probably just doesn't make mistakes, but he's not a playmaker. Obviously, like great against the run.
That's what I mean. Like,
I bet
get tackle for loss.
I bet he's pretty solid in zone coverage, like just getting to his spot.
I mean, he's got to be the best cover linebacker they have.
Yeah. Their linebacker situation isn't great. So I guess
It's never been great.
On this depth chart, they list O'Shane at inside, but that he really does play the edge a lot. So I'm not sure exactly who they'll be running out on the other, like opposite of Blake Martinez. So look.
Devontae Downs.
Yeah. So look. Ezekiel Elliott
is
going to pound these fools, bro.
You better.
He's going to pound them. I mean, obviously.
Or you guys going to throw it 75 times.
Oh, God, I hope not, man. Like, really.
I feel like you only do that if you have to. Just don't get
Dude,
down.
if we have to throw it 75 times against the Giants, dude, you know how bad that is?
You did it against every other team you played against.
This is the worst team we played. The fact that we would have to be competing in a game against the Giants that where we have to throw 70 times. Like, dude, like, were the Giants putting up 40 against us? You know? Like,
you're right. That's not happening.
Yeah. Like, I need to see Zeke get at least 22 carries. I was going to say 20, but that didn't even sound right. 23 carries.
25.
Get the full literally.
That's fine.
Let's pound it past these fools. Obviously, they have great defensive tackles that are awesome against the run. But I don't give a shit, man.
Yeah.
I don't care.
And maybe within like the red zone, pass it, but other than that, just run it.
Yeah. Like literally, I want Zeke. I want Dak, and we'll get into Dak. I want Dak throwing less than 30 times this game.
Oh, that's not happening, brother. That's not happening, brother. Not happening, brother.
Well, so
unless Zeke gets like 8 yards a run.
And total in snaps in a game for each side of the ball, there's usually 50 to 80. So let's say Zeke gets 25 carries. Dak gets
60 passes.
No, God. It's about 80 plays altogether. Yeah, no.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. The philosophy makes sense, but their run defense is. Their pass defense isn't. It's a little underrated.
Yeah, the pass defense is probably their best part of their team.
Balanced a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Zeke for sure. Yeah, just give it to Zeke. I would say.
Yeah.
Throw it to Zeke.
Yeah.
Give it to Zeke.
Yeah.
How
are we feeling about Dalton Schultz this game / Tony Pollard?
I like him. Yeah, Dalton Schultz has been showing up. He's gonna.
Giants have always sucked against tight ends.
He's gonna have a solid matchup going up against those linebackers. I don't think the safeties are. Jabril Peppers definitely covers tight ends for sure. So I shouldn't say that, but like Julian Love is definitely more of like a free. Dalton Schultz though has been coming through consistent. I mean, it's like who knows? I mean, he'll get 5 catches, like 45 yards each.
Why not?
Yeah,
why not?
I mean, easy. He gave a touchdown, but I'm thinking the receivers are going to come through with the touchdowns. We'll talk about all that. I think Dalton Schultz have a good game though. I think he'll do well, or not do well, but I think he'll be a important.
Yeah.
Piece
So
since he's
been the starter, he's had 88 yards in the game, 48 yards in the game, 72 yards in the game, and 2 touchdowns to go along with all that.
I think that he'll be more important in the run game, though.
Gotcha. Setting the edge.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's been, even though like he was known as more of a blocking tight end,
especially with your tackles being Boo Chi.
Yeah.
Just put Dalton over there.
Maybe.
Double team an edge guy with him.
God, if Tyron Smith plays, man, it'll be great because literally whenever.
We don't want him to. We already talked about this.
For sure. But I mean, like, whenever Tyron does play in general, I'm glad that we figured. I mean, obviously, it took a loss to do it. That Brandon Knight used to be our right tackle because it was so much better whenever Brandon Knight took over at tackle on the right side with Tyron, obviously. So yeah, let's get into the Giants secondary versus our receivers. Probably the brightest spot on the Giants team is their
the brightest spot on your team. Receivers?
Yeah. So they're deploying. They have a good arsenal of guys that.
It was solid secondary, I would say.
I would say more so they're more versatile. Like they're got some dudes that can do multiple things. Bradbury's been like a top 5 corner this year in terms of like PFF, and if you're not good. And if you're not counting PFF, I would say he's been a top 10 corner this year.
Yeah, he looked good against Robinson when I got to watch him a lot, and that's saying something. But I think that with all the guys you have, and how consistent they all are, and none of them are small.
Especially because Mari's been so consistent this year, more so than he's ever been.
They're all 6'1", 6'2". Like none of them are small guys, so I'll be able to match up well against Bradbury.
Yeah, they got some good size though.
Bradbury does. Yeah,
Logan Ryan too.
Yeah, he's just not tall. I mean, all your receivers are taller than him. He's 5'11", but yeah, I mean Logan Ryan and James Bradbury are some solid.
He just looks taller on field.
Yeah, he plays tall.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Probably got long arms, something like that.
Yeah. He's like pretty aggressive. But Logan Ryan. I mean, I think that I still favor you guys on that for sure.
Every week,
they
brother.
don't really have a nickel.
Yeah, Corey Ballantyne. He's been there for a while. He'll mess up a lot for sure against the number one slot receiver in the league in CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah,
no way, Jose.
Number 1 designated slot. Yeah.
Number 1 out of most yards out the slot.
Well, that's what I mean. But there's a lot of players that play in the slot too.
Yeah, and you proposed me a trade for him in fantasy, and I forgot that he's facing my boy Corey Ballantyne.
It just, you know what I mean. It just.
Why did they spell Ballantyne? Why did Ballantyne spell his last name wrong, bro? It should just be a V. It should just be Ballantyne. Corey Ballantyne. That sounds so hard. If you had Corey Ballantyne and Julian Love in your backfield, bro.
Ballantyne and Love. That's actually funny. Yeah.
A little pepper too.
Yeah, I think it would have been interesting what Xavier McKinney would have been able to bring to this team.
Yeah, I really like. Yeah.
But yeah,
it's weird how him and Delpit both got hurt this year.
Yeah.
It would be a really solid secondary if it had them two. Obviously, like you talked about.
I just don't really see the fit. Like, is he take over for Peppers? Like, Peppers is Love is good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I feel like sometimes it's not about fit. It's just about adding a good player in general.
Yeah.
Because like those dudes are versatile. Like I said, like Peppers can cover a little bit. He can play box. He can play free. Even that's not his best position.
Yeah, he's
Love, who's been a good player, right? I mean, especially this year. Like last year, I think he was a rookie, I believe.
No, I think last year was whenever he actually like had some picks and stuff. I think he had 3 last year. Do we see Peppers on offense at all this game?
No, I don't think.
Out of desperate screw it for the Giants?
Dude, Jason Garrett is calling the offense. That doesn't happen.
Put Jabril Peppers at RB.
Huh?
They need RB. Put Jabril Peppers there. They said that they might experiment with it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, Julian Love did not have any. He had a pick last year, and he had a pick this year. That's it.
I feel like he had a lot of tackles or something. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be surprised if.
I think Amari gets another 100-yard game.
Yeah.
I see Gallup getting a tud.
Yeah.
Lamb getting 8 targets.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think Dak is gonna have like an 85 completion percentage against these dudes, and that's
insane.
Because I'm thinking, or 80. Because
85, bro.
Yeah, like 80. Because I'm thinking, because I want him to throw just around 30 passes, and I think it's gonna be really efficient. Like, do more West Coast style.
If he throws 30 passes and 85 completion percent is 25 or more completions out of 30.
So
passes.
he threw 65 passes last week, and he had a 76 completion percentage.
Really?
Yeah.
You got 2?
The Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think just to put a bow on the offense, like I said, I want the rushing attack to be better. I want it to be more consistent. Don't expose our defense to, like have long drives where defense can rest up, not be on the field more so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, control the pace of the game pretty much.
Yeah.
Especially with no Saquon on the other side, you have to be the more physical team in this game.
Yeah, for sure.
And then like I said, I think Dak is gonna be very efficient and throw for 5 touchdowns. We're smacking them, bro. By the way, we're smacking.
So we're giving
them.
Zeke the ball 30 times and Dak's throwing 5 times.
Oh yeah, bro.
Wow. All right.
All right. Yeah, let's take a break, and second half we'll break down the Cowboys defense, if you want to call it that, versus the New York Giants offense, if you want to call them that as well.
Okay.
We'll be right back. And we're back with the Spur and Call podcast, breaking down the New York Giants offense, if you want to call it that, versus the Dallas Cowboys defense, if you want to call it that. Really a battle of the ages right here.
Battle of the ages.
Yeah, it's must-watch football.
Are the Giants' offense the worst in the league?
So here's a stat. The New York Giants are averaging 14 points a game. It might be
not much more than the Bears.
Yes. The Cowboys on offense averaging 33 points a game, but the Cowboys defense averaging 36 points a game. So what the hell is going to happen in this game?
I mean,
something's got to give. Something's got to give.
I'm going to make an assumption that you guys don't let up 36 points this game.
I hope so.
I think the average trend will be decreased a little bit with this game.
Regression to the median.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
There's no way they do that.
Yeah.
Especially.
Yeah.
You want to just start with the trenches because there's a few things I kind of want to talk about, but I don't want to get all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, is there something you want to point out like right away, or?
No, I mean, I didn't realize that Sterling Shepard was on the IR. That's pretty big.
I didn't realize that either.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. And then David Sills is on IR too.
Okay.
Just kind of two. I didn't. Yeah, I
And
didn't
obviously,
notice
they
it
didn't
at
have Saquon Barkley as well.
all. Yeah, so that's kind of huge.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do that. Obviously they drafted the rookie out of Georgia, Andrew Thomas. Probably a better player in the future.
Yeah, he's struggling a little more
Yeah.
than most
Yeah.
offensive tackle rookies,
Yeah.
the first round guys.
Yeah.
I don't know how Austin Jackson's doing actually,
Yeah.
but
But a lot of them are playing right tackle.
yeah,
And
left
he's-
tackle's hard.
Yeah. They got the bully and Will Hernandez.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah.
Not
Tough dude.
Not familiar with the center.
Nick Gates, so he used to be a tackle, and they moved him to center. He's been like, okay, like he not great.
Shane Lamont might take that.
Yeah, and I remember him in the draft. Kevin Zeitler, who is not the same player he used to be, I don't think, at least, like what he was on the Browns.
He's probably starting to hit a little bit of regression.
Yeah.
Because he was a beast on the Bengals.
Yeah. Oh, man, this is great right here. At right tackle, they have our former swing tackle, Cam Fleming. Dude.
He's like their secure starter, too, right?
Yes. Jason Garrett brought him over. They also have our former O-line coach, Mark Colombo. You remember Mark Colombo? He used to play for the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Man, if DeMarcus Lawrence doesn't get at least 2.5 sacks against the dude he used to whoop in practice all the time, then
I don't think he will. Do not see it happening. I don't see DeMarcus Lawrence having a multiple sack game ever again.
Okay.
He's not looked like that kind of player ever.
Well,
He doesn't even get pressures.
he actually does. So far this year he has
Does he?
12 pressures, which I think is top 10.
It's debatable.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
What? How many pressures does Khalil Mack have?
No
I think
way- no way
I think
that-
Khalil Mack has like 18.
There's no way he has more pressures than Aldon Smith.
He does?
I don't buy it. He doesn't look disruptive at all when he's playing.
Well, they're charting it.
PFF is whatever they count as a pressure. Is that an
Yeah.
incompletion? If he
No, it's a
completes a pass, then whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think they have different. Like, it's not just like they have pressures.
I'm
they have hurries. They have like a lot of
I'm
different
just
categories.
very hard now, especially after
No,
4 games.
but I'm telling you, Cameron Fleming is the
Yeah.
worst right tackle, or one of the worst right tackles. Terrence Steele's worse, but
Is he?
probably, yeah. And it's just him being familiar with this tackle. He knows what he's bad at. He should be able to whoop him, bro.
Then that would be a matchup I'll watch.
Absolutely. Oh, me too. And I'm pointing it out.
Especially because what else am I going to watch on your defense?
No, and I'm pointing it out because we both need to hold him responsible because there's no excuse for this game. Especially, like I said, Cam Fleming is not great. I mean, at Khalil Mack, I mean, he'd be abused in that game. I mean, obviously it's Khalil Mack, but
kind of shoved him
Khalil
away.
Mack kind of on pace for like
He said it's going to
5
be
sacks this year.
gonna be a
though,
long game for you, boy.
Yeah.
What he said to him.
So yeah, I think that Will Hernandez is the best player on their offensive line.
Yeah, he's duper underrated.
Stupid underrated.
Yeah. He's a good player. Two Mexican ballers on their offensive defense.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
So opposite DeMarcus Lawrence, we'll have Aldon Smith mixed with Everson Griffin. Everson Griffin has pissed me off this year.
Yeah, he's looking like just different.
Yeah, like a lot, like 10 pounds heavier, different, a little bit. I don't know, dude. Like he was just so relentless on the Vikings. Even last year, he had like 60 pressures. Like he was like,
Yeah, Daniil Hunter,
for sure.
Joseph,
But I mean, even before
Floyd, maybe not Floyd. Sharif Floyd still playing for them? Is he on NFL?
No.
But anyways,
yeah, I mean,
better defense.
Yeah, but Everson Griffin has been known just to be like this relentless, like screaming off the edge type. And he has not been that way, like at all. Like matter of fact, he's been better probably at
Screaming off the inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Real quick, say those stats that you told me earlier about your defensive line in the run game.
Oh yeah, so out of PFF,
Right.
I think the lowest. It was a list of the 5 lowest interior D lineman grades against the run, and we had 3 in there with Don Terry Poe.
I didn't realize it was the 5 lowest.
Yes.
I thought you would just tell me.
I think so. That qualified for it. So it was literally in the 70s, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was Tyron Crawford, Don Terry Poe, and Antoine Woods. Tyron Crawford, I'm like, whatever, but like literally 2 of those dudes are our nose tackles.
Yeah, Don Terry Poe should be playing better.
Yeah, no, but he's getting pushed off. Like, I mean, when he's getting in the lap of our linebackers, pretty much is what's happening.
He's so big, man. I don't know how to push him back.
Yeah, and that's why it pisses me off that Snacks got signed a little bit because I was lucky hoping they just trade him out.
You guys might have needed him a little more.
Yeah, and we'll see exactly what Snacks is.
At least we got a Hicks inside.
Yeah, shut up.
But now Snacks, huh? The heck are you saying? Man, I mean, yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, so Tristan Hill, like, he's been okay this year. Like, he flashes a lot, but like he's always, and it's exactly the same thing that happened in college. He was always a tick slow to make the play, just a tick slow every single time. Like, will be in the backfield, but just misses it just by an inch. And
reacting a little much.
Yeah.
How you feel Evan Ingram gonna do?
So yeah, let's move it to Evan Ingram.
He's like a he's
weird tight end.
Yeah, just inconsistent.
He usually plays pretty good against us. Just because
I think he has a decent game.
Yeah, I feel like tight ends always do good in divisional games.
I just don't see who's gonna cover him.
Yeah,
like Daryl Worley on him. Evan Ingram's getting 2 touchdowns.
So I forgot to throw this in there, and I don't think it's possible.
Please don't put Daryl Worley on.
No. I forgot to mention it because it was so insane. And it's a possibility. I don't think it's going to happen. I'd give it 20% possibility. But Mike McCarthy did not rule out Leighton Vander Esch to play in this game. And he's already back at practice.
Oh, jeez.
I doubt he plays, but it's insane that they're even, like, leaving it a possibility. Like, if you would have asked me that yesterday, when Leighton Vander Esch is going to play, I'd be like 5 weeks from now, like 4 weeks from now. And the fact that they're already even just keeping it, like, they're not closing the door on it, it's, like, insane.
Yeah.
I don't think he plays, though.
Real quick, we didn't make this connection, but the reason why Cameron Fleming is starting is because Nate Solder is out. Not that Nate Solder's been amazing.
No.
But that makes more sense. I was like, why would you just roll into the season with Cameron Fleming?
Yeah.
But makes more sense. Yeah, I think Evan Ingram, I think he has a solid game. He'll probably be he should be the most targeted guy.
If I see Jalen Smith in man coverage against him, I'm turning off the TV.
Dude, he will be. He will be, man. You know he will be. That's the thing. You guys got to scheme your defense for who you guys got and not just run defense and be like, oh, well, this guy's ends up on this guy. Oh, Worley's on Ingram. Let's just keep going.
Yeah.
Like, no, like, legit, you got to play, like, forget man this game. Dude. Forget man.
Yeah.
You don't have any safeties to cover deep over the top.
No.
You don't have – Trayvon Diggs is phenomenal at man coverage, but even then, you don't want him just having to carry the team on his back. He's still a rook.
Yeah.
He still be trying to make plays on the ball, and sometimes that kind of go –
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
But that's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. And even Caden Smith, who's behind Evan Ingram, I really like, actually. Former Stanford.
What about Levine Toilolo? He's 6'8".
Yeah.
He's more of a blocking guy, though.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm not too familiar. I know Caden Smith, but I'm not too familiar with how he plays.
So let's get into the running game against our line.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Obviously, they lost one of the best running backs in the league.
Their best player on
the
team.
Signed Deion Lewis from Tennessee last year. He was, whenever Saquon got hurt, he was kind of more of the feature back. But then I think last week, Devontae Freeman played his first game for them. Wasn't great. Like I think he was like 11 carries for like 33 yards.
I think Wayne Gallman.
So Wayne Gallman, he actually, as I pull up the stats, I think he was their leading rusher. Actually, Daniel Jones was their leading rusher with 45 yards, 6 carries. Wayne Gallman actually had the exact same stat line, 6 carries, 45 yards.
So give it to Gallman more. With that average.
Yeah, Gallman.
Why? Have you asked him?
No, because he's played on the Giants for like 4 years. And
Gallman.
Oh, my gosh.
Gallman.
Yeah, and I'm noticing now Devontae Freeman, he caught 4 passes for 35 yards. Deion Lewis had 2 catches.
Yeah, I liked Freeman. We both were kind of
I picked him up in fantasy just in case because I had Saquon. He got hurt. So I was like, okay, let me just draft or not pick up his replacement. We'll see. I think he actually got me like 10 points or something like that last week.
You did?
Yeah, because the catches helped out a good amount.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I mean it's not the greatest stable of running backs.
Do we
but
see Colt McCoy at all this game?
No way.
Okay.
No way, Jose.
Continue. So yeah, I think that a big I guess. I mean, I don't want to.
I mean, I could see like Freeman having maybe a solid game because I
He's
mean
a good
we
back.
gotta forget that Cowboys suck at defense. So
I mean, I've never forgot that this whole time.
yeah, especially stopping the run.
That's what
bro.
I mean. It's kind of anybody's
Like,
game.
bro, they can pick up someone from the practice squad.
It's anybody's game.
Listen, if you want to have an amazing game, sign to a team that is playing the Cowboys. Like, say you're a practice squad running back, all right? And say you're on the Kenyon Drake's been trash. Say you're on go to the Cardinals.
Chase Edmonds.
Yeah, because you can be. We could run against our Cowboys defense and probably get 5 yards a carry, bro.
Yeah, we average a little bit.
Yeah.
Who's CJ Board?
I don't know. I just see Will Hernandez just blowing us back.
Just one man. Just two. Just
Why not? I mean, shit. I've seen
He's
that a couple
strong,
times this
man.
year. Yeah.
super strong.
I bet Zeitler, for whatever reason, will be good this game.
It'll be hard not to be good
yeah.
this game.
Yeah.
For the whole Giants offense.
Yeah. So let's jump into their receivers.
How you feel about these matchups?
So Darius Slayton,
He's good.
good player.
Good player.
Um,
Hasn't been like the most consistent.
yeah.
This-
Golden
this
Tate kind of got abused a little bit by Jalen Ramsey last week, but of course, I mean,
That's not fair
yeah,
these days.
yeah. I bet. I mean, he's pesky though, dude. Like, I bet I could see him catching a lot of balls against us.
Yeah, I think he fits in better if
Yeah.
Shepard is playing.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if I don't think Anthony Brown will play this week. Just so that's
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah. That's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I'm not familiar with C.J. Board. David Sills is out as well, and Cody Core, and Damari Scott. Yeah, I don't. Damian Ratley, I don't know. Maybe they might pull another. I don't know.
I don't know. They use
It's looking a little bit rough. For
yeah. I bet they'll use a lot of their tight ends.
They got to chunk it. Ingram better get literally like no joke over 10 targets.
I bet they'll pass it a lot to the running backs. Deontay Lewis and Devontae Freeman are pretty good receiving backs.
It's hard to predict this game because their offense looks bad, but the Cowboys' defense is like probably,
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, what's gonna happen?
probably worse.
It's the unstoppable force versus the movable object. That's a physics thing right there, but
Oh, I didn't know you were a physics major. Okay.
yeah.
I don't know. How do you feel about like Darius Slayton against Diggs?
Yeah, I mean, Darius Slayton's a very fast player. I bet. I mean, he mossed Byron Jones last year, so I mean, there's no reason why he can't moss Diggs this year. Weird comparison, but
He did Moss Jones though.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Look, as long as we're counting on Diggs to be our most talented player in our secondary, it's gonna be a problem.
Facts. For sure.
Especially if you're counting on him being the number one corner in your secondary.
That was you guys' fault though. You guys said
It was our fault. It was our fault that
Bro.
Awuzie and Brown got hurt.
No, but
And
even
Jordan Lewis?
before they all got hurt, you guys were still gonna put him at number one.
No, and I would have been cool with that opposite of. So we saw it week 1 against the Rams, and
How'd that go?
well, I mean, Kupp and Woods are great players, and
Cheeto got a pick.
they had solid, and they only scored 20 points in that game. So
It was enough.
no, for sure. But I'm saying, that's a way better sample than what it has been the last 3 games.
I guess not. If
Dude,
you're
Calvin
off-
Ridley had
yeah.
3 touchdowns against us, bro.
Yeah, but that's what he does. Besides when he plays.
Tyler Lockett had
Yair.
3 touchdowns against us, bro.
Yeah. That's
Who
kinda
we
crazy.
played last week?
Tyler Lockett had 3?
I'm pretty sure.
No way. Because Metcalf had 1. Oh, he
So-
threw 5 though.
I think he had 3, bro.
Anyway, he probably
Yeah.
did.
I don't even remember who we played last week. Browns? Oh, God, let's not get started with Odell Beckham. Because he had 3 touchdowns. 2 in the passing game, 1 as a rusher.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
yeah. So, Diggs, like I said, Slayton's gonna get him sometimes. I'd like to see. I don't know. Like I want to see what I have been seeing with him. I'd like to see him snag one too. That'd be cool.
Do what?
I'd like to see him snag one, of course.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, and
that would be the. It's always the
yeah.
goal, huh?
I really have a feeling Golden Tate's gonna be really pesky in this game because he always does good against us. Like he's got like this personal beef with the Giants or with the Cowboys.
He had 4 catches last game. Evan Ingram had 10 targets last game, so I think that'll come back. He didn't have the best game though. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, so we can shift this conversation over to Daniel Jones.
That's where it's really good. It's really just adding up to. He's just been playing complete and utter trash.
Yeah.
He's
a weird.
Haskins is the 3rd string now, and he has better stats all across the board than him. Daniel Jones did get sacked 5 times last game against the Rams. Of course, Donald had something to do with that.
He doesn't have a lot of ingredients in the kitchen. I'll say that.
Yeah, but it's interesting because Aaron Donald got a half a sack last game. Brockers got a sack last game. So interior-wise, Morgan Fox got a sack last game. It looks like their interior is worse than their edge guys. Of course, Aaron Donald is Aaron Donald, but of course the guys around him he does boost. But I mean, of course the tackles let up 2 sacks as well. But looks like you guys might have an easier game than expected, interior-wise. Hopefully one of them boys can get going.
Come on, Tristan.
Yeah, or even Griffin. You know, he's more of a pass rusher type. You know what I mean? So maybe maybe something. Maybe a little surprise up against Zeitler or whatever. But yeah, Vanilla Vic.
Yeah, Vanilla Vic.
Yeah.
He looks like
he's not having help though. That's what I would. Yeah. Full circle is offensive line's not even blocking.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking at the stats now. 2 touchdowns, 5 picks, 68.3 quarterback rating. Obviously,
4 games?
Yes. Obviously, 61 completion percentage. A big departure from what he was like.
Does he have 1,000 yards?
889.
Oh my god.
Dak threw 1,000 in 2 games.
Dude, that is.
Yeah, especially like me and you we were both expecting kind of a solid. I mean, obviously Saquon got hurt, but he was 24 for 12 last year, and
he just looked good.
Yeah, like solid.
Stats are one thing, but he's
still. I'll tell you this though, he still can make some throws that are like, okay, that's a very accurate throw.
Yeah, but so can Sam Darnold. What is that?
Of course. Dangerous, man. It's dangerous against this defense, man.
I mean, he's a starter for a reason, but how he's been playing, it's like you
it's
guys are set up to have the best defensive game of the year for you guys.
Yeah.
Not like in general.
Yeah, he really struggles with pressure. That was the thing with him at Duke as well. He's an athletic guy though. Like I could see him kind of killing us if the blitz doesn't get home, and like say there's some solid coverage, like him just scrambling and picking up a first or whatever like that. I don't know. Like I feel like he could actually have a solid game, just because he's had such bad games the first 4 weeks. I bet there's a little extra motivation from Jason Garrett this week. Like, hey man, stick it to my old squad.
Jones
I'm more of like an energy type person.
Yeah.
Like more so than like, I don't know, like football's like about flows of energy, like, and really flows of momentum, I guess. And obviously he's had like a bad flow of momentum the first 4 games, which is exactly why he's due for probably a solid game at some point soon.
It's got to be this week for him.
Yeah.
A little note I see, the Rams. This is just a little thing for me.
They kept it a close game with the Rams.
They did.
Yeah.
But the Rams got 5 sacks, and Leonard Floyd did not get any of them. $13.5 million. Just a little thing for me.
Cam Fleming locking it up.
Two of the other edge guys got sacks.
Dang.
So, no, Cam Fleming not locking it up. Maybe against Floyd. He got 2 tackles.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just had to put that.
Yeah. So we're already at 43. I think we should jump into the score prediction. So obviously
55, 54.
It's Cowboys home game.
Yeah.
Against the Giants.
That matters.
325. A little bit.
A little bit.
It didn't matter too much against the Browns.
What do you got for the
No.
For the score?
I want you to go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah. You think it's going to be high scoring, low scoring? Maybe both?
I don't see anyone putting up 30.
Disrespect.
A little disrespect. I think the Cowboys win it. I can't see the Giants scoring 3. I think you guys get. I think I'm seeing in my head like 28, like 14.
28-14.
Cowboys, yeah.
Move on to 2 and 3. Okay.
That's weird. There's no field goals in that. That's why I don't like predicting scores.
Yeah, and like it's all take it with a grain of salt.
I just think you guys are gonna beat them by. I mean, enough. It won't be too close.
Yeah.
I don't think. But of course, you guys. It's always a little closer with you guys. The division games.
Yeah.
So maybe it's more 28-20.
Yeah. So I got the Cowboys winning. Moving on to 2 and 3.
Yeah. I got them winning.
I got us scoring 34 points. That's 4 touchdowns, 2 field goals.
So Daniel Jones made a horrible pick on my screen.
Huh?
Wow. I saw Daniel horrible.
I thought that face was to my 34 points. So.
No, it was literally just horrible.
Okay. Okay, good.
You're good.
So Cowboys scoring 34, and I got the New York Giants scoring
Come on now. 36 of
21.
That's fair.
Maybe 24, but I'm going to say 21.
That's fair. That's about where I was
Yeah.
having them score.
Yeah.
Especially if they have to come back, I don't think they're gonna really do much.
And, I got a thing to say.
Got a little nug?
I know we're playing against the Giants, right?
Right.
But I'm telling you right now, this is the most important game so far this season.
Oh, by far. Is it your first division game?
Yeah.
That, Jason Garrett,
Mike
you guys
McCarthy.
sucking.
Yep.
1-4 sounds
All of it wrapped up
disgusting.
together. All of it wrapped
No
in together.
Barkles. Dak Prescott on pace for his 8,000 yards. All of it. There's a lot of reasons why you guys should
We have
probably dominate.
We have to win this football game.
Yeah.
And I want you're right.
Speak it.
We really need to have a dominating performance.
Yeah.
Get that tone setter for the second quarter of the season.
Playing the worst.
Last 3 quarters of the season.
Probably playing the worst quarterback through four games and rushing offense through 4 games.
Yep.
There's
Yep.
no excuse.
Yep.
They have good weapons, a few good weapons, but no more than
Yep.
a few.
So we both got the Cowboys moving on to 2 and 3. We shall see what transpires. Keep our fingers crossed.
Did we both say they were going to beat the Browns? Did I say they were going to beat the Browns?
I think so.
Damn, man, you be
At
swaying me.
the end of the season, I'm gonna watch all of the episodes again,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna tally it all up and
keep a
see.
little score.
see
See how
who's-
close or how much we were reaching.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
All right, y'all. Appreciate tuning in. Stay
Mhm.
safe out there.